Okay. So, as I say, sort of 2 bolsters or pillows will be fine, 2 towels and a blanket. And we'll, usually what I try to do is think about the restorative aspect of it and then think, okay, well, what do we need to really work with and open in the Vinyasa section in order to be able to relax more deeply into the poses that I have planned for the restorative. So the restorative stuff that I was thinking tonight was quite detoxing, quite sort of invigorating, little sort of upper back bend to open into the space between the shoulder blades, and also a little twist. So in order to create some balance, we'll do lots of that in the Vinyasa, but we'll also do like shoulders and hips just so that we don't feel out of whack. So that's where I'm at right now. If, as I say, if anything comes up or suddenly really want extra something or other, you just let me know. You can unmute as always, or use chat. So we're actually going to use one of the bolsters just to begin and use it as a supported child's pose. So your knees about shoulder width apart or so. So they're framing the base of the bolster or cushion. And as you lie down, I have to move my mic, you just turn your head to one side and the elbows are broad so the shoulders can relax. And you do want to feel that the bolster is there to really support you. So that might mean that maybe you need to place your hands underneath the bit of the bolster where your head is, or maybe you want a block or something there. And just take a couple of breaths, just letting yourself settle and arrive, whatever your day has been like, no matter how busy or how taxing. Just take a couple of exhales just to unpack here and to relax down into the prop and down into the floor. You might still feel like your internal rhythm is chaotic, and that's totally fine. It's not like you're trying to slam on the brakes. You're just slowly arriving on your mat. And then nice and slowly just turn your head to face the other side. You might even be resting more on the space and the cheek right beside the nose so that you don't have to crank your neck round as much. But use your inhales to broaden and expand your back, and use your exhales to relax downwards. Just a couple more breaths here. Maybe just one more breath just as you are. And then as you inhale, come forward to all fours. And when you're in all fours, just move that bolster out the way. Set your knees under your hips, your hands under your shoulders. And with your inhale, just start to lift the crown, lift the tail, and draw the shoulders down your back. And exhale, round your back and push the floor away. We'll do the same twice more. Inhaling, broaden the collarbones, shoulders down. Nice breathe. Exhale, round. One more big inhale. And full exhale. Neutral spine, inhale, tuck the toes and lift the knees to down dog as you exhale, and keep breathing, but just pat out the heels, just easing into those calves and hamstrings. If the legs feel tight, like you're walking a lot today, then step the feet wider. Just another breath. Gently draw your chest towards the legs so that your whole spine is long from the wrists through the sit bones. And then as you next inhale, glide on forward to a plank position, and exhale, lie down all the way to the floor. You can always drop your knees to help that transition. Now point the toes back, come up onto the forearm sphinx. And this will feel nice after that child's pose, which has the hips in flexion. So anchor through the elbows, lift the crown. Pull the chest forward and up, shoulders draw back and down. Stretch the toes back, make your legs a little longer and straighter. Good, take another full breath in and lie down as you breathe out. Come up to all fours as you inhale, stay there, and round your back cat, exhale. Now float the right leg back behind you as you inhale, and just step the foot up between the hands, exhale. Inhale, rise up, low lunge. And just lunge into that front knee. Catch the left wrist, rise up, take a little side stretch to the right. Just get that space in the front of the left hip. Lift up through those frontal hip points as you bend a little deeper. Nice, Fiona. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Inhale, turn around to your right, reach that right arm. Lunge the hips a little further, turn the chest a little further, reach a little higher. And as you inhale, both hands come down. Exhale, start to sit the hips back, flex that right foot. Just take a breath there, draw the toes back, draw the chest forward, just easing into that hamstring. And then inhale, come back to your lunge, plant the hands, good. Exhale, down dog, lift the hips, step that right foot back. Take a breath there. As you inhale, come on forward to your plank again. Option to drop your knees and exhale, lie down. Toes point back, clasp your hands behind your back. And as you inhale, lift your chest and legs up off the floor. Narrow the shoulder blades, maybe lift the wrists. Nice, Bill. One more big inhale, lift the thighs a little more and lie down, exhale. Come up to all fours, inhale, stay there. Round your back, cat, exhale. Left leg floats back, inhale, fill your lungs there. And step forward, exhale. Inhale, rise up, low lunge. Square the hips front. Nice us to bend into that front knee. Catch the right wrist, rise up, little side bend left. Keep the lift of those frontal hip points, bend a little deeper still. Head back just a bit. Good. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, both hands come down. Inhale, turn around left, reach up through the left arm. And exhale, just bend a little deeper into that front knee. Turn more, shoulders down, neck long. Nice, Tessa. Inhale, both hands come down. Exhale, sit the hips back, flex the left foot. Breathe. Toes back, chest forward. Just another breath there. Excellent. Inhale, come back to your lunge, plant the hands, and exhale, down dog. Lift the hips and step back. Inhale, come on forward to your plank position and hold. Option to drop the knees. Exhale, bend your elbows 2 inches. Inhale, straighten, step the left hand out. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten, step the left hand back in. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten, step the right hand out. We're nearly there. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, step the right hand in. Last time. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten and lie down. Exhale. Well done, guys. Really strong. Point the toes back. Hands stay by the ribs. Roll the shoulders back and lift the chest. Breathe. Shoulders pull back and down. Chest pulls forward and up. Legs are long, tops of the feet ground. Yes, take a full breath in, then through the knees to down dog as you breathe out. And from here, inhale, walk the feet up towards the hands, end up at the front bit of the mat. Catch the elbows and hang out, let the head go. Breathe wide. Next exhale, when it comes, just drop the arms. Inhale, roll up slowly through the spine. Gaze down till you're up. Shoulders back, head lifts last. Exhale, prayer. Big breath in, reach the arms out and up. Stretch up tall. Exhale, dive all the way down, hands to the mat. Bend your knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins or the floor. Exhale, down dog, hands down, feet back. Now inhale, come forward to plank, hold. Exhale, step the right foot out to the right. Inhale, step it back. Left foot left, exhale. Inhale, step it back, lie down, exhale. Low cobra, inhale. Pause, lift a little more. Drag the chest forward, inhale. Move through the knees to down dog, exhale. Now float the right leg up behind you, inhale. Bend the knee, roll open the hip, exhale. Press the hands down, stretch out long. Straighten out the leg, inhale. Bring the knee to your nose, exhale. Lift the leg again, inhale. And step forward, exhale. Back leg straight this time. Inhale, rise up, crescent pose. Square the hips, left hip forward. Yep, bend into the front knee. Reach the crown, reach the arms. Just take another breath there. Super strong back leg. As you inhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Exhale, down dog, lift the hips, right foot back. Stay or vinyasa. Inhale, come forward to plank. You can drop your knees. Exhale, lie down or hover chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg floats, inhale. Bend the knee, roll open the hip, exhale. Press down through the hands, stretch out long. Straighten out the leg, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. Lift again, inhale. Awesome, guys. Step forward, exhale. Crescent pose, inhale. Square the hips. Good, bend. Reach tall through the crown, through the arms, lots of space here. Kick back through the inner right heel. Take another breath. With your inhale, both hands come down. Exhale, step back to down dog. Either stay there or vinyasa. Inhale, come forward to plank. You can drop your knees. Exhale, lie down or hover. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Well done. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, walk, step, or jump the feet to your hands, chest forward. And exhale, fold. Chair pose. Inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms, and sink. Exhale. Step the left foot out, left. Inhale, and sink. Exhale. Track the knees in line with the feet. Step it back. Inhale, and sink. Exhale. Right foot out. Inhale, and sink. Exhale. Step it back, inhale, last time, sink, exhale. Stand all the way up, inhale, hands to prayer, exhale. Deep breath in, reach out and up. Smooth breath out, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, longest spine you can. Exhale, down dog. Now from here, float the right leg up behind you, inhale. Warrior one, exhale. Right foot up, left heel grounds. Inhale, rise up. Seal the outer back foot, spin the left hip and the left ribs forward, yep. Then bend into that front knee. Scoop up through those frontal hip points, tail down. You'll get that yummy stretch in the front of that left hip, right? Left leg really strong. One more breath, maybe start to look up, maybe press your palms. And as you exhale, open out warrior two. Bend a lot into that front knee, a little more than you want to. Anchor that front heel. Press the knee open, yes. Tail down so the belly's in, ribs back. One more breath. As you inhale, reverse it, right arm up and over your head, lots of space in the right waist. Exhale, elbow to thigh, right elbow to right thigh. Inhale, reach the left arm up and over your head. And as you exhale, turn the chest round, but press the right knee open and tuck that right hip back in line. Take a nice full breath. Marina, bring that right elbow to your right thigh. This one now, yep. Now, inhale, bring both hands down to the floor. Exhale, drop the back knee down. Inhale, turn round right, reach that right arm. Option to stay or bend up the back knee and catch the foot. Maybe tonight you catch the ankle and flex the foot. Now lunge the pelvis forward and roll the chest open, right shoulder back. Nice Fiona, head back. Nice Bill. Maybe you hop that left hand forward. So it's more of a lunge, Marina, as opposed to a side arm plank. What you were doing was really hard. Take another full breath there. As you inhale, bring both hands down to the floor. Exhale to down dog. Lift the hips, step that right foot back. Again, you could stay there or vinyasa. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lie down or hover. Engage your core there. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Neck long. Exhale, down dog. Nice. Inhale, float the left leg up behind you. Exhale, warrior one. Ground the right foot. Inhale, rise. So as you press down, good, through the outer back foot, spin the right hip, right ribs forward, then bend more. Scoop up through the lower belly, ribs back, reach the crown, reach the arms. One more breath, look up, maybe press the palms. And as you exhale, open warrior two. Bend a little more into that front knee, anchor the front heel. Press the knee open. Draw the tail straight down. Reach the crown straight up. Next inhale, reverse the warrior, left arm up and over. And as you exhale, bring the left elbow onto your left thigh. Turn around, inhale, reach the right arm up and over your head. And with your exhale, turn the chest round, but press the left knee open and tuck that left hip back in. Keep rolling around the ribs, you got it. One more breath. Now inhale, both hands come down. Exhale, drop the back knee. Lunge forward, inhale, turn around left, reach up. Stay or exhale, just bend that back knee. So the right knee, catch the foot and draw in the heel. Yeah, that's it. And just keep moving the hips forward and roll the chest open, left shoulder back, head back. Breath smooth. See if you can create space in the left waist there. One more breath. As you inhale, both hands come down and exhale, down dog. Lift the hips, step on back. Now, inhale, come on forward to your plank position. And as you exhale, lie all the way down. Now use your right forearm under your forehead, bend up the left knee and catch the left foot with your left hand. Bring the thighs together. Press the front of the pelvis into the floor, pubic bone and frontal hips. And just draw the left heel into your bum. And lengthen the left knee back to your right foot. Take a breath there, just opening into that left thigh. With your exhale, release it and swap. Left forearm under your forehead. Bend up the right knee, catch the foot. Drawing the heel. Thighs are together. Frontal hips and the pubic bone ground. And as you draw in the heel, you're lengthening your right knee as though back towards the left foot. So you get that extra space into the right thigh. Good, one more breath. And with your exhale, release. Now, either second interlace of the fingers behind your back, like we did much earlier, or bend your knees and catch your feet. We're only gonna do this one time, so you can go for it. Get your thighs parallel, anchor the pubic bone, roll the shoulders back, and inhale, lift yourself up. Good, shoulders pull in. Maybe the wrists lift. If you got your feet, stretch the toes up, press the shins back. That's what lifts you a little more. Good. One more inhale and lie down, exhale. Well done. Come up all fours or plank. Inhale and press on back to down dog. Exhale. Just take a breath there. Lift the sit bones, press the thighs back. Let the head hang. And as you inhale, walk your feet up towards your hands. End up at the front bit of the mat. Fold. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, reach your arms. Exhale, sink down. But this time, inhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Roll the shoulders back. And exhale, fold. Stretch the hands up and over the head. Let the head hang. 2 breaths. And as you inhale, glide smoothly, slowly back into chair. Stand, exhale, prayer. Pause, stand tall but soften. Take a clearing breath. And then as you inhale, reach the arms out and up to the sky. Catch the right wrist. Exhale, little side stretch to the left. And you could stay here or step the right foot behind you and a little to the left of you. So you're kind of crossing your legs. Square your hips forward. And as you tug on the right arm, you're going to lean your right hip further right and draw the tail straight down towards that right heel. Take a full breath. Good. As you exhale, you might dive a little deeper. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, step the right foot back. Catch the left wrist. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, little side stretch right. You can stay with this or step the left foot back and over to the right. So you're crossing your legs with the left foot behind. Square the hips front. And as you tug on that left arm, you bow the left hip left and draw the tail straight down towards your left heel. One more breath. Use your exhale, dive a little more. Inhale, come back up. Release the left foot. Exhale, hands onto the top of your bum. Put a little internal spin to the legs, so heels just a little wider than the toes. Lengthen the flesh of the buttocks down and roll the shoulders back. Lift your chest upwards and start to arch back. Maybe lift your gaze to look at the ceiling, but try not to throw your head back. And if you lose control, you can by all means tuck your chin and look forward. Lift up as you arch back, work the legs strong. Squeeze in the shoulders, yes. One more inhale, come up, exhale. Bend your knees, slide your hands down the backs of the legs and catch your calves or ankles. Turn the feet straight again if they're not already. Now shuffle your belly down the thighs, draw yourself gently, gently in towards the legs. And as you exhale, just start to straighten the legs. They don't need to straighten all the way. In fact, you really don't want to lock your knees. And just one more breath there. And then bring your hands onto the shins. Inhale, press off the shins to a halfway lift. And exhale to down dog. Float your right leg up behind you. Inhale, bring it into pigeon pose. Exhale. Lift your chest up tall as you inhale. Option is always to pad up that right hip and fold as you exhale. Now, sometimes you can kind of easily lie down on your forehead, but sometimes not, in which case, you know that bolster that's right by you? You could stick that underneath your chest and your head like you were in child's pose in the beginning. Slide the left leg back as you drop the hips. And just take a couple of breaths, not a super long hold. But we've really been working with the spine and the frontal hips. So just getting those outer hips, outer glutes open. Now, if this feels enough, stay. Otherwise, we're going to make it a little deeper by adding in a left quad stretch, not a back bend, but a quad stretch. So if you're up for that, you come on up, you plant the right hand in front of you, you bend up the left knee, and with your left hand, catch the left foot. And you draw in the heel, you spin the left hip forward, and then you hop the right hand forward or even drop down onto your right elbow. And the action is to spin that left hip forward towards your right foot. Nice, Asta, that's it. And draw the heel in towards you. And like we did while we were lying on the belly, you imagine the left knee lengthening backwards towards the back of your mat. One more breath there. And then as you inhale, everyone, come up onto your hands, tuck the back toes, exhale to down dog. Pad out the heels, just set those legs free for a moment. And we're gonna change sides. So as you inhale, float up that left leg. Exhale, take pigeon. And maybe you pad up the left hip. Nice, maybe use that bolster or cushion underneath your belly, whatever's gonna help. Sit tall, and as you exhale, fold. And when you first come down, often you can then slide the back leg further back. Tessa, melt those shoulders. Breathe. You want to drop the left hip just another inch, not too much, just a little bit. Yes. Mm-hmm. And just like on that first side, if this feels enough, you stay here. You want to stretch out that right thigh as well. Then you pad on up. Keep breathing. Plant the left hand. Bend up the right knee. Catch the right foot with the right hand. Spin the right hip forward. Oh, draw the heel in. And then hop that left hand forward or drop to the left elbow. But just keep bringing that right hip point forward as you draw the right heel in and lengthen the right knee as though back. Nice, that's it. One more breath. And as you inhale, everyone, both hands on the floor. Exhale, down dog. Pad out the heels. And then as you inhale, drop down onto your knees and sit down, child's pose. This time without the bolster. So if you need to stack your forearms to make some support for your head, then do. And just breathe into the back body. And then as you inhale, hands under shoulders, roll on up. And exhale, sit. Straighten out the legs in front. Keep breathing. So not yet transitioning, just in our sort of stretchy interlude. Move the flesh of the buttocks out the way to anchor the sit bones. Stretch the legs out straight. Good. Sit up tall as you inhale and fold forwards and down as you exhale. And hands on the floor, shins, ankles, feet, whatever you'd like. Good. Just 3 more breaths just as you are. And then as you inhale, just mindfully press on up slowly. Good. Exhale, bend up that right knee, foot on the floor, inside or outside the left leg. Hold the knee, left hand, right hand behind. Sit tall up as you inhale and turn round, exhale. Lengthen up as you turn. Change the position of the left arm if it suits. Float the chin parallel to the floor so you're not dropping the head downwards. And as you inhale, glide on back, keep the legs. Exhale, counter. And then come on back and change. Right leg out, left foot flat, left foot inside or outside the leg. Hold the knee, right hand, left hand behind. Good. Sit tall, inhale, and turn, exhale. Change the position of the right arm if it suits. Lift the crown, float the chin parallel to the floor. Broaden out across the collarbones. Relax the front shoulder. Last breath there. As you inhale, glide on back, keep the legs. Exhale, counter around towards the right. And then come on back and sit comfortably with the legs crossed. So if you want to sit up on your cushion or bolster, do. As you inhale, reach that left arm up overhead and exhale, bend the elbow, hand to the nape of the neck. Right hand encourages the left elbow back. And just gently, gently press your head back so your chin floats. Nice, Marina. And now either stay here or bring that right elbow into your lower spine. You got it. Slide the hand up, bind or catch your t-shirt, and lengthen out through the sides of the waist. Stretch upwards through the left elbow and wrap the left shoulder blade down and out. Now either stay upwards or as you exhale, start to hinge forwards, but only if that feels good and helpful to your shoulders and your hips. And as you inhale, rise back up. Exhale, untangle, reach the arms up over your head. And release the hands down. Big shoulder roll in one direction and in the other. Good. Change the cross of the shins. Reach up the right arm, second side. Bend the elbow. Left hand encourages the elbow back, and you can wrap that right shoulder down and out. Press the head back, float the chin. Stay or slide that left elbow into your lower spine. Slide the forearm up. Maybe you bind, maybe you grab your t-shirt. That's fine too. Stretch along through the sides of the waist. Nice, guys. Great work. And then maybe you stay up. Maybe as you exhale, you start to hinge forward. But again, just being aware of your knees, your hips, your back, your shoulders. And as you inhale, glide up if you're down. Exhale, untangle, reach the arms up overhead. And then release the hands down on the thighs. Big shoulder roll in one direction and in the other. And then just turn your head to look over one shoulder and over the other. And come back to center. And then just nice and slowly with control, lift your chin, look up to the sky. And bring the head back. And drop the head down, lift your chest towards your face. Just a little gentle stretch through the back of the neck. And come back up. And I haven't done this for so long, and I was just reminded of it. That's sort of like side to side, kind of walk like an Egyptian kind of thing. Try to keep your shoulders still, just like you're trying to move one ear. This doesn't count. Some of you are just doing this. So keep all of this still. Just move your head. And move your head. There's like lots of little cricks inside my head. But it's one of those move it or lose it kind of things. If we don't do it, the head stops being able to. And then you just turn. So now you've gone back and side to side, right? Try to go forward and back. This really is like walk like an Egyptian. You remember that? So forward and back. Yeah. And then just release. And then just, if it feels okay, just a nice big neck roll all the way around. If it doesn't feel good, and it doesn't to everyone, then you just do a much smaller circle. And then you just change the direction of the circle. So you're going the other way. Crickle, crackle, crickle, crackle. And then lift the head back to center. Good. Okay. So you're going to grab your, let's see, your one towel, one blanket for this first one. So your blanket will be folded under your head. So at the back of your mat as you come to lie down. And then the towel, we're going to roll up. And the nice thing about rolling a towel is that you can always make it more or less rolled up. It's not like a bolster that's kind of fixed. So this will make more sense when we come into it. But just roll the towel up so it's a sort of long sausage, and then bring it across the center of your mat. So that roll of the blanket, or the towel, sorry, is around the wings of the shoulder blades. In other words, the tightest part of your back, the space behind the heart. The tip, the lower tips of the shoulder blades. So we're going to bring the arms into a cactus as we lie down, but you'll know when you come into it if it feels too much. Then all you've got to do is unroll the towel a little bit, and then it makes it less fat, so then less demanding on your back. So as you lie down over it, That roll of the towel is if your arms are in cactus, your arms are therefore between the towel and the blanket. So the towel's not high enough to be on the shoulder blades. It's a bit lower than that. And you might then need to scoop your tail a bit, draw the base of your skull back. And if it feels too much, you'll know. So then just come up and unroll your towel a little bit and then come back in. And if that's too much, just unroll it a bit more and come back in. Let's have a look. Great. And if the arms in cactus feels just too much to your shoulders, we have kind of tried to prep the shoulders a bit, but if it feels too much, just reach the arms straight out to the sides instead, palms up. And some of you have your knees bent, feet on the floor. That's nice, especially if your lower back likes support. If it feels comfortable to do so, then you could straighten your legs forward. If it feels okay, you could even bring the soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. But if at any point that stops being a nice place to be, then you just straighten your legs forward again. And I love this pose because, first of all, it's just so simple. Everyone has a towel and everyone can do this. But it also just accesses the tightest, most unwilling part of our spine. And just creates that ease. It's sort of like a counter pose to our postural habits of being a little rounded and hypokyphotic in the thoracic spine. That's that round of the upper back. And what happens when we create that extra sense of space in the upper back? Well, our lungs open, our heart opens. So just take a few breaths. Just feel the breath funneled into the front of the chest. Like barn doors, like saloon doors, expanding. And with your exhale, relaxing down into the floor and into the props, like your lungs hug your heart. You can use that depth and that consciousness of breath to send little messages to all the cells in your body that you're safe here. You've arrived here. You can settle and relax and be still. And this is where we rest. This is where we heal. Just another couple of breaths as you are. Now, if your knees are out to the side, Supta Baddha Konasana, just slowly straighten the legs forward again. And everybody, as long as it feels okay on your back, reach your arms up over your head and stretch out. You'll feel that open those front lungs even more. And with your exhale, bend your knees up and roll to your side. And take your time as you press on up. So it's a big back bend that, and it funnels it right into the place that doesn't really want to bend. So it can feel quite intense. So we're going to counterpose that with a twist. So I'm going to give you two options because we've done this before, but not for a long time. And if your lower back is sensitive, the one that I'm going to offer first might feel too much, and then you'll do the second option instead. So you're going to bring, I'll show you the whole thing and then it'll make more sense and I'll talk it through. You're going to bring one bolster or cushion around the left-hand front side of your mat. And the second one cuts across your mat. So it's sort of like a big L. Then you're going to have that, oh, I shouldn't have unrolled it even. You want your rolled up towel that was just underneath your upper back on the top right corner of your mat. So it's sort of like a, what is that? A sort of lightning bolt. Now here's the twist, and it is intense, I know. So you're gonna sit with your shins on the first bolster, your bum and your outer left hip on the second bolster. You're gonna thread the left arm across as you lie down. And then as you roll open, you can stick that rolled up towel underneath that right shoulder to support you. And if you need some extra support, you can have that folded blanket underneath your right forearm too. But you'll notice that you're not only in a twist, but what makes it quite intense is that you're also in inversion because your hips are above your chest, you're above your heart. So if this feels too much, I'll give you an alternative. I love it though. If you feel like that's going to be too much, you'll do a twist that I think we might have done just last week with one bolster across your mat, one stacking on top, and you'll do a downward facing twist like that.
Okay.
So yeah.
If the bolsters are uneven, like I've got a bolster and a cushion.
Oh, great question. You want the one that's cutting across as the bigger one, because you want your hips more supported and higher. And then your legs might drop down on the cushion, but that's okay.
Okay, cool. Got a cat as well now.
Yeah, totally. I saw a bunny today in my 7:30 class. There was a bunny hopping around. That was a first. Lots of dogs and cats around, but a bunny I hadn't seen. So, Oster, you want that left hip on the bolster that's cutting across your mat. So come back up and we'll start again. So, yeah, so sit on it. Yep. So the outside of your left thigh is on one bolster and your shins are on the other. Yes. Then thread the left arm across, lie down, and then reach the right arm across the room. And that right shoulder can be patted up by the towel or blanket. Great. Looks good, Fiona. Great. And Bill, you can be on the side of your face if that's not so comfortable. You could just turn towards your knees. Yeah. Marina, what kind of cushions do you have? Oh, they're sort of squishing into nothing, aren't they?
So you're turning to the right? I'm not quite sure.
Your left arm is extended as the front. And as you turn, yeah, to the right, your right arm reaches back. Yes, got it. Yep. And just take a couple of breaths. I know it's a really big twist, I know. Just get that space and try to feel the belly somewhat relax and draw down towards the lower spine and almost up the spine towards the middle back. Just notice where your mind goes when you're still, what thoughts come in, and whether you can keep diligently arriving in the present moment, the here and now. So if you were in that first version, which is the twist plus the inversion, roll over onto your left side. So bring the right arm over to meet the left. And then just press your right hand down, come up a little bit, and you might then really need to push both hands down to lift you. I know it's a bit awkward. If you're in the second version, just place the hands on the floor, peel yourself up. Great, and let's change sides. So if you're in the second version, you don't need to change your props. You just turn your knees to face the other way. If you're in the first version, you do need to change your props. Your cushion, the smaller cushion, if you have unequal size, now goes on the top right corner of your mat. That bolster or pillow that was running across your mat can stay the same. And that rolled towel that supported your shoulder needs to go on the other side now, so on that left side of your mat. So you sit on the bolster. So the center bolster holds your right hip and the outer right thigh. The front bolster holds your shins. And then being careful about it, you thread the right arm across the room, you lie on your right shoulder, and then you open out and reach the left arm across the room. And if you need some support under that left shoulder, and one side might be flatter on the floor than the other, then you just stick that rolled up towel under the shoulder. And if it feels like a lot of weight's on your right shoulder, you might need to scooch the shoulder further over to the right, because you actually want to feel like you're more on the shoulder blades, both shoulder blades. And again, just let the belly relax, and then all of the goodness of the inversion happens without any effort. And if you visualize a yin and yang symbol, it's not just purely black and white. It's not half black, half white. There's a little dot of white in the black. There's a little dot of black in the white. And if you think about this style of sort of yin yang, effort and effortlessness, vinyasa and restorative, the same kind of applies. You have to find a level of relaxation within the effort of the flow. And then you have to find a clarity of focus and a presence of mind within the relaxation and stillness. And for all of us, we tend to be a little bit better at one over the other. Maybe we're just really good at zoning out and just relaxing and almost kind of nodding off in every chance we get. So then that little bit of fire, that little bit of effort and presence and awakeness is what brings us balance. So just another couple of breaths here, not a long hold because it is a big one, I know. And now if you're in that first variation, the inversion plus the twist, just slowly roll over onto your right. So left arm comes round. Yep. Press the left hand down to come up a bit. And then you might need to press both hands down to come up. Great. If you're in the second version, press your hands down, peel yourself on up. And then everybody just come to sit for just a moment, your legs out straight or your legs bent, whatever feels right. And just take a couple of breaths. Big twist, big back bend. Just observe how you feel all churned up, how the spine's doing, how the breath's doing. And then we're following this on. The back's nice and prepared, and we've really churned up the digestive tract. So we're really on the road to detoxification. We're going to move into a legs up the wall variation. So as I always say, you don't need a bit of wall for legs up the wall. You could be on a sofa or a chair or a footstool. If you really have nothing, then you could just take both of your bolsters and stack them and bring your shins on here. But then you'll just miss out this one little extra bit. So I'll show you. When you come in, you'll sit with one hip in at the wall. You'll swing your legs round and lie down. You then have to maybe shuffle your way in. And then here's the uniqueness of this variation. You'll ground your feet on the wall or chair. You'll lift your hips up and bring that bolster or cushion underneath your back so that there's a little drop of your tailbone, just a little one. So it's nice opening through the belly. And then the arms again could be in cactus or arms out wide. Sometimes I ask you to put the bolster underneath the sacrum. This is a little different. This is more of a Judith Lassiterism. You have the bolster a little bit higher so that there's that little drop of the tail. So the tailbone is not supported by the bolster. And if your hamstrings are tight enough that this doesn't feel right, you just scoot your bum back away from the wall a bit, and then that bend of the legs will be less intense. And then the arms in cactus are straight out, whatever feels right. Nice. And if your feet start feeling sort of tingly and not very nice, you can always just bend your knees and cross your shins, kind of like you're seated on the wall. And just take a nice few long breaths. Just letting yourself settle and soften into this pose. And once again, just let your belly be relaxed. Feel the shoulder blades rest on the floor, the arms supported. And just see if you can feel how the energy of the legs shifts when upside down like this. They're a little cooler, lighter, less congested around the ankles and the feet. This is why this is such a great pose to do after a flight. Remember those flights? Or after a lot of standing on your feet all day, or being in a lot of heat, or all of those things. So just another maybe 2 breaths here, not a super long time. And then all you've got to do is place your feet back on the wall, lift your hips, and slide your bolster or cushion out of the way. And then roll your bum back down. So now you're in legs up the wall without the cushion or bolster underneath you. And you could straighten your legs forward again or cross your legs again, like you're sort of in a seated meditation pose, sitting on the wall. And just try to feel that your back is relaxing downwards into the ground. And take maybe 2 more breaths, relaxing more with those exhales. And then with your next exhale, just bend the knees and slide your feet down the wall. Kind of like you're hugging your knees, only you don't have to hug your knees. Just feel a lightness in your feet and ankles and calves. And then just slowly roll off onto your side. And take your time as you press on up. Okay. So take one of your bolsters or cushions, if you have a choice, the bigger one, sort of across the mat, not in the center, but a little bit further forward. And for tonight, grab that rolled up towel. My towel has now become badly unrolled. And you're going to bring it towards the front bit of the mat. So it's like you've made a sort of mini bolster. And then you'll have that blanket again folded under where your head is. And then you might even, you have one towel left, so you might bring that folded underneath the back of your pelvis, just so that it has a little bit of softness and support. So folded underneath the space right behind your big bolster. So it's sort of mini bolster, big bolster, folded towel, folded blanket. And as you come to sit on that folded towel, the idea is that your knees will be on the bolster and the backs of the ankles will be on your rolled towel. So the heels just float. And there's a staggering downwards of your shins. And then as you lie down, you'll have that folded blanket underneath your head. And you can it's really subtle, but a tiny little roll of the base, the bottom lip of the blanket. So that little roll supports the base vertebrae of your neck, C7. So it's not a big enough roll that it manipulates the curvature of your neck. It's just a tiny roll that supports that base vertebrae of your neck spine. And release the arms, palms face up. And then when you first come in, just do those little natural fidgets to make sure that you're as symmetrical and as at ease as you can be. And in fact, you have that other bolster. You could, if you want to, just rest it on the front of your pelvis, not your belly, but lower, front of the pelvis. It's just a really gentle little weight to create that ease, especially if you're aware of any little twist in the pelvis or SI discomfort or lower back stuff. Sometimes that's nice. It just uses gravity plus the weight of the cushion or the bolster to create that softness and that relaxation. And then if you haven't already, just close your eyes. And scan over your body. Notice where you're gripping, where you could invite more peace. And even when you think you've let go as much as you can, let go more, let go deeper, let go of something else. As always, if you have extra time and you want to just stay as is, then do. Otherwise, just start to deepen your breath. If you have something on top of your pelvis, just slowly move it off to the left. And then just gently ground your lower back, bend your knees. And roll over to your right. And take your time, press on up and come to sit. And sit tall, but be soft and still and present and at peace as much as you can. And sit a little taller still and fold your hands to prayer in front of the heart. Lift and open the head as you bow the head. Lift and open the heart as you bow the head. And just take a soft and silky but energizing and awakening breath. May our yoga ground us, and may we stay grounded off the mat. And then together as one, take one more nice deep breath in and let it go. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. So we did quite a lot of stuff that adds to detoxing. So do drink a good amount of water. If you start to feel a little headachy, just drink more water. That's to be expected. Yeah, go for it, Marina. But thank you guys. A reminder that this Sunday afternoon is my workshop. If you'd like to come, that would be so, so lovely. Have some friendly faces there. It's on katewalkeryoga.com or on Triyoga's site as well. It's through Triyoga. But thanks, you guys. Hopefully see you later this week or next.
One question, Kate. Do you think it will work? Is a maybe silly question from abroad?
Yeah, it's all on Zoom. So
because it doesn't the time doesn't change. So I need to. Well, I will try. I will see.
Yeah. So just keep in mind that it's 3:30 UK time.
Yeah.
So whatever time it is, Osta, you're in France, so that's not an issue for you guys, is it? Oh, you're on mute, hon. Hold on, there we go.
It's not a problem.
No, it still works.
But you need to you be careful because it's not the same time that what he says, no?
Yes.
Oh.
No, that is the thing, that because Jess, who often comes to this class, she's in LA, and so that's before, and then Osta's after, aren't you? Is an hour later?
1 hour beyond, but it actually tells us the local time when looking through your site.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, it does. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Not Triyoga, but Kate's site.
Oh,
yeah, I was going to say I tried to try yoga, but
yeah, the Triyoga one
it was not updated.
No,
yeah.
Okay, that's really interesting. I'll let them know that. But yeah, so if you just think of what time it is for you, then just log on at that link at whatever time that is, and then that should be fine, I think. Okay, if not, then just send me an email, because then I can always send you a separate code.
Okay, that's kind. I will try. Thank you very much, Kate.
Okay. Pleasure, guys.
Will it stay open, Kate? Because I might be able to decide Saturday if there's a spot. I'll come.
Oh yeah, like you know, the wonderful thing about Zoom is that it sells out at like 900 people or something. So yeah, yeah. Don't worry. And also it comes with a recording that can then be used, I think 7 or 14 days after as well. So if you book and then you suddenly can't come, or you only can come to half of it, they then send you the recording.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
I'll see you then, Kate.
Yeah, I look forward to it, Fiona. Thanks,
See you.
everybody. Bye.